You look up into the branches of your favorite backyard tree, or maybe you check that wooden nesting box you recently put up, and there it is. A squirrel has moved in. Most people think a squirrel building a nest in their yard is just a random act, a wild animal simply looking for a convenient place to sleep. But here is the truth. Intelligent backyard wildlife doesn't choose a home randomly. If a squirrel builds a nest near you, they aren't just looking for shelter. They are actively leaving you a profound, highly calculated message. To understand why this matters, you have to look at your yard through their eyes. Squirrels are prey animals. Every single moment of their lives is governed by a strict life or death risk calculation. When a female squirrel prepares to have babies, she is at her absolute most vulnerable. The location she chooses to raise her young is the single most critical decision of her entire life. So when she chooses your yard, your tree, your eaves, or your nesting box, she is making a deliberate statement about you and the environment you've created. If you just see it as a pile of leaves or a cute backyard occurrence, you are missing the ultimate sign of cross-species trust. Today, we are going to decode exactly what it means when a squirrel chooses to nest in your territory. We will break down the incredible engineering behind how they build, the difference between a temporary summer nest and a permanent winter fortress, and what it specifically means if they move into a man-made nesting box. Stay until the very end, because the final reason they choose to build these nests so close to human activity is a brilliantly hidden survival strategy. And it's a revelation that will completely change how you view your relationship with the animals outside your window. Let's start with the most common nest you'll see, the dry. From the ground, it just looks like a messy clump of dead leaves stuck in a fork of a tree. But a dray is a masterpiece of animal engineering. The squirrel starts by weaving a complex, hollow frame of flexible green twigs. Then they pack the outer shell with damp leaves and moss to make it entirely waterproof. Finally, they line the inner sanctuary with soft grass, thistledown, and feathers. If a squirrel builds a dray in your yard, they have run a rigorous assessment of your territory. It means your yard provides a perfect trifecta, an abundance of building materials, a reliable food source, and most importantly, a low-stress environment. If your yard was unpredictable, if there were constantly off-leash pets or harsh chemicals, they would never commit the energy to build here. But recently, there has been a massive surge in people putting up wooden squirrel nesting boxes. In the wild, tree cavities, hollowed-out holes in old rotting trees, are the safest places for a squirrel to raise young because they are heavily protected from weather and predators. But as neighborhoods cut down older trees, these natural cavities disappear. When you put up a nesting box, you are offering the ultimate real estate. However, wild animals suffer from something called neophobia, a deep instinctual fear of new unfamiliar objects in their environment. If a squirrel overcomes its neophobia and moves into a nesting box that you provided, it is a monumental behavioral shift. It means they have watched you, they have mapped your daily routines, they have observed you maintaining the yard, filling the feeders, or just sitting on the patio. And they have categorized you not as a threat, but as a safe, predictable presence. But there is a deeper, hidden reason why a squirrel will choose a tree right next to your house or a nesting box positioned directly over your patio. And this is the revelation that changes everything. In wildlife ecology, there is a concept known as the predator shield. Squirrels know that their most dangerous natural predators, hawks, owls, and coyotes, are deeply afraid of humans. By deliberately choosing to build their nest in close proximity to human activity, right where they can hear your voice or see you walking through the garden, the squirrel is actively using your presence as a shield. They aren't just tolerating you, they are relying on you. When a squirrel builds a nest near you, it is an acknowledgement of your role in their ecosystem. It means they have evaluated your character and they have decided that their most precious, vulnerable babies are safest when they are close to you. You aren't just a homeowner to them, you are their trusted protector. Look up into your trees tomorrow morning, or consider putting up a nesting box of your own. Have you ever had a squirrel build a nest in your yard, or watch them raise their young? I want you to tell me your story in the comments below, because these moments of connection matter more than most people realize. Take care of the wildlife in your yard, and I'll see you in the next one.